When I was here 40 years ago, who would have ever dreamed I'd be back up here today? Let me just start by saying that I have a lot of pride in what we observed here with the color guard. Those kids from the high school that was named after me just fills me with a lot of emotion, because to see what we have coming up in the future, and these kids represent that generation. So that makes me not only proud, but very, very glad that we have programs like this around the country. Also want to recognize the Del Monte Brass. What a welcome addition to our ceremonies. But it's an honor to be with you today, because you're celebrating a milestone, recognition of some very hard work and perseverance. For me, this has always been a very special place. What a beautiful setting. Having grown up in this area, I recalled my grandparents and their friends and people of that generation would point out the buildings over there and talk about the Del Monte Hotel, which is now Herman Hall, which was built by the railroads. And they would say, you know, you work hard and you study hard and you grow up and you can make money, you can be rich, someday you can stay there. Well, here I am. And after returning from Vietnam, having the postgraduate school as my first assignment, it was a thrill to be here. Not only because this place has always been recognized as a world-class institution with a world-class faculty, but also because it was home. Some of you, when you came here, probably came after some arduous duty. And in a way, I would say it was a pleasant relief, not only for you, but for your families. So I need to underscore and recognize the families, the spouses, whose support has been so important. I feel, and I remember the support I received from my wife when I studied here, those many late nights and crowded weekends with my head in the books and dashing home to a quick dinner to get back to the computer lab to see if my printout had come out yet. We had the old IBM 360s. And as Ron reminded me, heaven forbid if the IBM punch cards should get mixed up or if we drop them. But thank goodness we had that support. And again, to the wives, the spouses, the families, thank you. Thank you for what you've given. You know, both of my sons were born here, and sometimes I wonder how we had time for that. Well, you were selected to come to this school. Not only because obviously you have the talent that is required, but you also had the potential. And many of you brought unique operational experiences with a proven ability to learn. Some of you may have come from combat areas where just doing your job meant putting your life on the line, where your experience has given you a thorough sense of teamwork and a deeper understanding of leadership. And I would say that that is why you folks, you students, comprise a very special and exceptional student body, and that's what makes this place special. And what you have accomplished here is to develop some of those tools and some of those skills that will serve you well. It's what you will need as you step into the world of perhaps chaos, confusion, crises certainly. And as graduates, you'll have the opportunity to utilize those skills. You'll be called upon to make decisions which are complex and in a very dangerous world at points. But whether you are military or civilian, you will have to deal with some real important issues like cyber threats, and you'll be working in an environment that are under like budget constraints and other complex situations. The work you're doing may be critical and absolutely vital to the security of this country. In essence, you will be called upon to lead. And you'll have a chance to use the knowledge that you have and those attributes and skills that you have learned and sharpened. That's why you came here. Now, we talk a lot about leadership. And as you think about your future assignments, your advancement in the promotion ladder, the kind of challenges that you will be facing, just a note from my past experience, that those higher level management jobs are filled by people who, those who do the selection will feel they have the ability or the potential of leadership and have the leadership skills as well as being able to manage those jobs. And I want to just point out that there is a slight difference. Many of you, all of you probably, can adequately handle the management and technical jobs. And I think you've proven that already. But I want to point out that a manager tells you what you're supposed to do. A leader inspires you to do it. Has anyone ever heard anyone say, "Take me to your manager"? No. Take me to your leader. And my experience suggests that leadership is really all about character. I have a dear friend who also is in the Hall of Fame here, Dr. Jack London, currently the chairman of the board of CACI, a big defense contractor, who wrote a book. And it talks about leadership, but the title is Character. And he says that leadership has 4 basic intangibles. It starts with integrity. It's revealed through courage and conviction. Gets actualized through commitment and is driven by vision. You can learn to be an effective leader, but the desire has to come from within. And all of these intangibles are based on character. I can recall some of the very fine senior officers that I've had the pleasure and the honor to serve under. And these were great leaders, notably Admiral Jim Stockdale, who was a senior ranking officer of the POW camps, including the Hanoi Hilton. political leaders like Congressman Sonny Montgomery of Mississippi, who I had the pleasure to work with when he was chair of the House Veterans Affairs Committee. And you will recall the Montgomery GI Bill. These individuals all had that basic ingredient in their soul and their spirit that made them real leaders, and that was the character. So in closing, because I know many of you probably have your cars packed, ready to leave, I will urge you to take the opportunities to develop yourselves further. Continue your learning. Get outside your comfort zone so that you can face new challenges, different challenges. Hone those leadership skills, put them to work. Congratulations for this accomplishment that you are being recognized for today. And thank you, and good luck to you.